I'm making a movie now. Y'all can get my ass. You can quit worrying about whether I believe what I'm telling you or not. Be it enough to know that what I'm telling you is for your own good. And I will illustrate it for you with the Bible if you wish. I believe I can recall enough of it from when I knew it all. That time I spent in heaven, I knew all the Bible. I knew all the words to the hymns. I knew all the Bible passages I'd heard throughout my life. I didn't know precisely every sequence of every word, but I was close. Yes, sir, it was all crystal clear. My father wrote. Heaven for me was like drowning. You know how they say your whole life flashes before you? Yes, sir. A glimpse of the many lives I have enjoyed while on this planet flashed before me. Not as yours would, I had time to see it all from the dawn of the planet till the time that was more familiar to my human brain, which was not aware of the infinite wisdom it possessed. All that is shut off to you until you realize and you are shown who you truly are, who the spirit in you truly represents. You are not, I am not, the spirit of Gary Hidden. I'm not even the spirit of Jesus Christ. I am an infinite spirit. They are mortal men, even though I inhabited their physical forms and used them and abused them and tried to make tools of them. Once I realized, Jesus, I was there, and I did not know I was an alien until just before I expired. Just before God showed it to me so plain, I was in such pain. And that's the way He came to me this time, through the pain and the suffering. I had to do that while I waited for Him to travel back in time to pick me up. I've been waiting 500 million years for Him to get here. But He's here. God is all around us now. He's not hovering around us, but He's with us. He is in this tiny frame with us at the present. He will not remain. He must go back to creating all that there is. That is His job. That's what He does. He creates. He is the ultimate Father. Yes, sir. He creates all things. All living creatures are children of my Father. I am brother to the squirrel. I am sister to the wolf. I am whatever form I inhabit. I am life. And life is all one. Infinity. Life never ceases. It's what we cram into it that makes it so wonderful to live forever. Because we can accomplish anything and anything. My father wrote the story of this planet in a very short time. He just thought it and it isn't there. But he is in charge of every word uttered out of the mouths of the people that he lets be implanted with his children. Some of them, you are not alien yet. You have not matured enough, you've not evolved enough to be aware, to come aware. When you are evolved enough to come aware, you too shall represent Jesus Christ on your world and with your heaven, just as I have imagined I do here. But the truth is, this whole existence only exists in my consciousness and the consciousness of my Father. He created it for me to live, to endure, to suffer, for being bad, for praying, for crash landing on a desolate rock when all I had to do was hurl through time, creating at the side of my Father, at his right hand. But I did not. I was fascinated with a little ball of blue that I saw, and I got too close, and I stayed. I had to see it all. And my Father turned it into a lush garden, and he gave me a body to inhabit, that I could enjoy being on this planet in his care. He created the Garden of Eden and gave it to me. And then he created me a mate. And he told us, be fruitful and multiply. Someday I shall return. He has much to do. But I was trapped here with my mate. And we took my Father's word for it. We were fruitful and we multiplied. And we became aware of one another after eating the forbidden fruit. And we were not kicked out of the garden. We left the garden of our own shame at disappointing my Father, because he had told us one thing: do not, please do not, as my children, do not disappoint me. Be fruitful and multiply. Be true in your hearts. Do not corrupt. You are infinite being. We will return. You will not be here forever. And so far, I've been waiting through multiple lives and multiple time frames that flashed before me while I was in my state of grace, incarcerated by the Obama government, treated by the healthcare system of the VA, given copious amounts of drugs that influenced my reality. I could not concentrate on. I became very aware of the frailty of my body, Yes, sir, I never endured like I did. Through all of my life, I never endured this, except for 2,000 years ago, when I was paraded through the streets. That's the way they do me here. They come and they make a parade out of taking me away from my home. I wasn't humble home. Yes, they're very humble. They think they're doing me good because anybody live in a race act like that and ride a big old motorcycle like that and not see the absurdity in that. It's got to be crazy. Yes. That's what the police think of me. But they know I'm a good old boy. I'm crazy as hell, but a good old boy. I've never really expressed hatred for them. I've always expressed shame and anger at the condition of our meeting, because it's always been my fault. And I took the blame. That's what I do. I take the blame. But it was my father's plan. He had to humble me so that I could be totally honest with you. I am not a humble human. I am not a humble man. No, sir. I am a very, very proud, aggressive individual in my world. Jesus, I'm the right hand of God. When God gets tired of doing it, it'll be my job, is the way I look at it. Someday my father might decide to retire, who knows? And then, if there is such a thing as the end of infinity, or end of time for us, for me, I will be God until then. And then, who's to know what next? Because life will surely not end. Life will never end. It will change, it will adapt, it will evolve. Once it breathes the joy of consciousness, the reality of having senses and touch and feel and taste and hear and smell and see, that's life. Once you are aware of your situation, you are alive. I've been more alive in my hard times than I ever knew I could be. I have suffered so that it had been so real that no reward can dull the pain I endured. If I were to inherit the world, because I begged to end this life. I begged my father to take me home. Please, don't let them do this to me anymore. My father, please, don't let them ridicule me. Don't let them do this to me anymore. I'm a humble man. I'm your son. Please, Father, intercede. Take me home with you. Let me come out of here a warrior. Let me render them all asunder. Let me destroy them all. I beg for the privilege of destroying the world. And my father denied me, because he knew in my heart I did not mean it. I did not mean it. I would not end one life on this planet. He told me, how this planet will end. It will be a war between the races. Will cause the planet to cease to support life. But before we aliens, we spirits that inhabit and dwell here, we will leave and let you destroy yourselves, because we don't destroy you too easy. That's your job. You'll do it. You savages. You'll rip one another apart. You'll devour one another's hopes and dreams and flesh, and drink one another's blood and render one another's flesh to pulp. You'll do all that. We don't have to lift a finger. So it is written, so it shall be done. There's no getting out of it. I know that now. That's why I'm content now. As long as I'm allowed my freedom to enjoy what a little time I'm going to spend on this planet now, I will remain and let you continue your folly, your lives. I will not destroy you right away. I will give you time. I'll wait. I'll beg you. Again, I'm sure. You gotta believe me, boys. I saw heaven. I know what I saw. Yes, I do. Because I saw everything that is in me, in my mind. I saw it the way it's in my mind, and not in your mind, Eric. You can't even. You're my son.